A dream come true. It started with a dream of Father Antonio de Medeiros, who saw the works of the Canossian sisters during his visit to Macau, and soon enough, the mission land of Timor witnessed the arrival of the Canossian sisters on the 19th of February 1879, with the presence of the following brave pioneering sisters: Madre Adelaide Pietra, Superior, Madre Isabel Sequeira, and Madre Giulia Rossetti. The harshness of the mission claimed the first daughter of charity, when Sister Giulia, upon her 4th month in her new mission, died of tropical malaria on the 21st of July the same year. Hands-on work on the 7th of March 1880, in the presence of Timor's governor, Mr. Hugo Lacerda, the inhabitants of Dili witnessed the launching of the first boarding school, called Casa Beneficencia. Over the course of years, other school or boarding colleges were set up: Indare, Manatutu, Soibada, and so forth. The sisters were facing harsh living conditions. However, there was never a lack of zeal and ardor. There were obstacles, not only the scarcity of basic necessities, but as well as the turning around of politics that consequently forced the sisters to leave their mission 4 times. On November the 25th, 1910, the sisters were expelled from Timor, only to return in 1923. Then during the World War II in 1942, the sisters were exiled to Australia, returning on November the 27th, 1945. The 3rd time was during the Civil War in 1975. The sisters returned in February 1977. The last time they left the country was in Black September 1999. However, this time it led to the embryonic stage of the Canossian province of Indonesia. As usual, upon their return, the sisters had to pick up the work and restart from ashes. Houses destroyed, burned, and lost. But love for the people and the mission remained, even to the cost of life itself. 2 sisters were brutally murdered on their way to help refugees in need of food and medicines in Los Palos. 15 years ago, during the Black September 1999. Thanks to their example and zeal, the seed once sowed in hard work and dedication is now flourishing. This year marks 135th anniversary since Timor's foundation. Working in 10 of its 13 districts in Timor-Leste, the province is made up of 15 communities present in 3 dioceses: Dili 7 communities, Baucau 6 communities, and Maliana 2 communities. As the oldest feminine congregation, our presence is much appreciated both by the church and by the government. However, the challenge remains for us to be ever true to our vision. Today's mission involvements encounter many demands and challenges. It's not only to make Jesus known to the non-Christian, but a call to make Jesus known deeper to those who were already baptized, all the more because majority of the population is Catholic, as emphasized by Monsignor Basilio do Nascimento, Bishop of Baucau, when he spoke to the Capitular Sisters in the past provincial chapter. The message of Monsignor Nascimento re-echoed the Canossian spirituality and the theme of the 16th General Chapter, Inspicet fac perché il mondo creda, chiamate ad essere testimoni gioiose e profetiche, to live fully our life as daughters of charity and servants of the poor. We are called to contemplate Him in His entirety, and with Mary we learn to love God and our neighbors. We are called to experience the community, the privileged place where we learn daily to recognize the presence of the Lord. We continue learning to share what we are and all we have. Like Magdalene, who started her work in education despite the fact that she had greater propensity to visit the sick, it was likewise in Timor-Leste. Education, both formal and non-formal, was one of the very first works of the sisters. Through education, the Canossians are involved closely in shaping and influencing the formation of the young generation of Timor-Leste. Comoro community is the school community which comprises 4,200 students and staff ranging from preschool to higher education. The school community of Osu in the eastern part of Timor offers secondary education as well as a boarding house where sisters train and form girls to be able to become respectful citizens in the society with good moral and Christian values. The sisters are also helping various schools, both public and diocesan. Fighting increasing lack of morality, sisters are offering themselves to accompany young people in various fields. In education, such as in the National University of Timor-Leste, Institute of Religious Science, Major Seminary, and other public and private schools. In government institutions, with the police and military units, members of the National Parliament, with different categorical groups in the parishes, and so forth. In the field of non-formal education, there are 3 centers located in the communities of Bocau, Manatuto, and Suai that are offering opportunities to the country girls to be trained and become agents of change, just as Magdalena, our mother in her time, wished her maestra de campaña to be. There are 8 communities that facilitate the boarding house for the girls: Balidi, Comoro, Ermera, Ainaru, Bocau, Los Palos, Osu, and Suai. The sisters prepare the young citizens to face their future into integrated services, to be persons that are responsible for their faith, skillful and professional in their services. As the oldest feminine congregation in the country, we are trusted by the local church to carry on the second ministry in every community that we are present. In 2 dioceses, Bocau and Maliana, the sisters are responsible as animators in the catechetical department to organize the program for the formation of catechists, formation for the different level of groups, and working in the translation section for the catechesis materials from foreign language to Tetung, our national language. There are 3 Canossian clinics: Los Palos, Ainaru, and Comoro. We not only care for the sick that are coming to our clinics, we also visit the sick and elderly in their homes, bringing the Holy Communion, preparing them well to accept their last moment as a special and hopeful moment as they encounter the Lord. We collaborate with the laity as our partner in the mission. We continue to build the bond of friendship, to share with each other challenges and difficulties that we encounter in the mission. We care for their formation and spiritual life. The spiritual life and the well-being of every person are very essential. The sisters offer retreats in the school with students, teachers, maintenance staff, parents, with categorical groups in the parishes, and to different groups that we encounter in our apostolic work. We thank the Lord that our Canossian vocation is still flourishing. Young girls continue to be inspired to come to our convents, to share in our lives, and decide to join us in spite of our weaknesses and fragilities. The Lord is indeed merciful and full of kindness. Our formation house in Balidi offers the opportunity for young girls sent by communities of sisters, girls who wanted to experience life with their sisters through Come and See program. Our community of postulants in Lesidere and novitiate in Becora provide ample space for the candidates to nurture their love for God and for humanity through the charism of Saint Magdalene of Canossa. As we continue to enjoy the trust and love of the local church, the people, and the government, we are constantly reminded that our mission is embodied within our human limits, as Pope Francis said. And the challenge is to renew our Canossian missionary spirituality by honoring our past through faithful living of our present, so that we can truly be witnesses of Christ crucified and risen in a joyful and prophetic way of life.